What's going on YouTube? Brandon back again with another video on the Art of Fragrance YouTube channel. I wanted to do this video because I took so long off from doing videos that my collection has changed a ton. So I wanted to do a updated collection video for 2018. A lot of stuff is different. If you go watch my old collection video that I did last time, a lot of this is totally different. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because this is gonna take a while to get through. So I do have them organized by brand here on my counter. Let's go ahead and get started. First brand up is Parfums de Marly. I'm just gonna go left to right here. So Parfums de Marly, I have 6 fragrances from the house. Go through them real quick. First one, Layton Exclusif. Very good rendition of the original. I do have Layton as well. So I have both of those. Next up we have Herod. One of the best tobacco scents out there. After that, I got Carlisle. Love this one. This is one that's really caught a lot of people's attention, and it's brilliant. Love that one. And then I have 2 from the darker collection. I have Hobden, however you want to say it, and Owajan. So those are the 6 that I have from Parfums de Marly. Next brand up, I have MFK. So I have 8 from the house. Satin Mood Extrait. This made my top 10 niche for life because I love it. Oud Extrait, another one that's brilliant. I prefer this to the original Oud. However, I do have the originals, Oud and Oud Satin Mood. So I do have both of the EDPs and both of the extraits. Those are probably my favorites from MFK, so hence having both of them. Another pairing that I have is the EDP of Baccarat Rouge and the extrait of Baccarat Rouge. Love both of those. They're different enough to own both. And then last up, Grand Soir, one of my favorite ambers, and Universalis Forte, which made my summer top 10. So MFK is one of my favorite brands. I used to have a lot more MFKs, sold off some that I didn't love as much. These 8, have to have them, love them all. Next up is gonna be Kilian. I have 9 from Kilian. At one point during my hiatus, I had about 15 Kilians. I've since gotten rid of some of them. So let's go ahead and go through these Kilians. Intoxicated, one of my favorite coffee fragrances. I've got Black Phantom. Love Black Phantom, it's got a lot of praise. Not to toot my own horn, I think I was the first person to do a video on this when it came out. Just saying. We got Single Malt. This one made my top 10 niche for life as well. One of my favorites. I have Back to Black. This is the first by Kilian I ever purchased. Still in my collection. Still one of my favorites of all time. Have to have that. Amber Oud. Probably the last Kilian that I've purchased. I love this one. Gorgeous. Next up, Straight to Heaven and Straight to Heaven Extreme. Both of these serve their own purpose. They're definitely different enough to have both, and I love both of them. And then the last 2, Apple Brandy, which is one of my favorites of all time. This almost made my top 10 niche for life. If you watch that video, you know that. And then Sacred Wood. Sacred Wood is brilliant sandalwood fragrance. Probably my favorite sandalwood of all time. Next up, if you watched my Initio video, you know which 3 Initios I have. So I'm gonna go through them quickly. Rehab by Initio, Side Effect by Initio, and last but not least, Blessed Baraka by Initio as well. So, love all 3 of these. watch my video that I did on these three. I kind of went more into detail about each one. This is a great house, so check them out. All right, next up I have a couple from the house of Atelier des Ors, Lune Feline, which made my top 10 niche for life. One of the best vanilla fragrances out there. It's got some cardamom, sexy stuff. Love that one. And then I have Iris Fauve. This one is probably one of the best iris fragrances out there. I think this stuff is incredible. Bois d'Argent used to be my favorite iris. That has supplanted it. Gorgeous stuff. Next, I'm gonna go through kind of just a mixed bag of things, kind of stuff that I only have a few from the house, so I'm gonna run through them quickly. From Nas Amato, Baraonda, a boozy fragrance, very malty and dried fruit, almost fermented in a way. This stuff is amazing. I love boozy fragrances, that's one of the best. The only one from Hermes that I have is Ambre Narguilé. This one is somewhat similar to Ojon from Parfums de Marly, but I think it's gorgeously done. Jean Claudel nailed it with that one. If you watch my summer top 10, Aqua Sextus by Juliette Maude. The only one from this house that I own. Man, it's made my summer top 10. Watch that video and see this stuff is amazing. Another one that made my summer top 10, Bergamot 22, the only one from Le Labo that I do like. Fresh, juicy, clean, gorgeous stuff. I have one from Jo Malone. This is a recent pickup. It was in my haul video, but I really love this one. Been loving this one a lot. Myrrh and Tonka. Something about this is like so intoxicating to me. I wore this the other night and I just like was loving smelling myself, and man, that's gorgeous. I do have two from Armani Privé. One of them I don't have yet because it's coming from overseas. It's an exclusive, but I do have this one in my hands right now, and it's Bleu Lazuli, or Lazuli. This made my summer top 10 list, but love this one. It's a summer fragrance in my opinion, but it's got an oriental feel. There's some tobacco and plum in here. This is some sexy juice, guys. Super underrated. Next up, I will do my Rojas. Only have a few. Creation E. I have the EDP. This is the older style bottle. This is a 100 ml bottle, which is cool. I love this one. Again, one of the best boozy fragrances out there. I also have the Extrait Parfum version of Creation E. Just like that. I mean, it's just a little stronger. Got more of a rich profile. I like that one a lot. And then in my top 10 niche for life, you saw this one, Amber Oud from Roja. This one is gorgeous. A lot of rose, a lot of oud. It's got some sweetness to it. This is beautifully done. Next house, Profumum Roma. I have one that I had in my old video. I now have 3 of these, and the one that I've had for a while is Moringa. Beautiful white floral, vanilla, citrusy fragrance. It's kind of got like it smells sort of like there's an angel food cake with white floral on it. Sounds weird. I think it's really nice. Unisex for sure. Love it. One of the best chocolate scents, again from Profumum, Sorriso. So this is dark, sexy stuff. Love it. I like that one a lot. And then Dulcis and Fundo. This is what I thought Moringa was going to smell like when I purchased it. But this one, saw the citrus in here and vanilla. It's creamy. Love this one. Sexy too. From Frederic Malle, Musk Ravageur. I really like this one. I used to have Portrait of a Lady. Just leaned a little too feminine on me. It's a beautiful scent, but Musk Ravageur is definitely masculine and very alluring to me, so I like that one. From Whittian, this is the only one I've ever tried from this house, so I can't really say much about the rest of the house, but this is London. This is a leather-based fragrance. There's leather in here, raspberry, it's smooth, it's sweet. I like this one a lot, gorgeous. And then I have from Micallef. Now this is the number one. This one was exclusively created for Oswald. This is really hard to get now. This was one of the last bottles that they ever made. It doesn't even come in the real presentation bottle. This is kind of like a glorified decant, honestly, but it came straight from the company, so that's cool. But this is gorgeous. Oud, sweet oud scent. I like it a lot. Next up is Creed, and I only have one. The best from the house, in my opinion, Spice and Wood. I do have this giant bottle, which is awesome because I love this scent. This is one of the fragrances I can wear every day and never get tired of it. It's clean, it's classic, it's simple. I love it. And this bottle is beautiful. Look at the detailing on the sides. Love this one. Next up, let's go to Guerlain. I have a few from the house. I love Guerlain. I'm a huge Gourmand fan. I'm a huge lover of sweet fragrances. I get a lot of comments talking about that. So Guerlain is one of my favorite houses. So first up is Gourmand Coquin or Coquine. This one is a chocolate fragrance in my opinion. Somewhat powdery, totally different than Ceriso, but gorgeous nonetheless. Next up we got Cure Beluga. Running low on this, but this is some of the older juice, so it's really dark and really potent. This is a very classy leather fragrance with some vanilla. Love it. Next up, SDV. Gotta have it. If you like Guerlain, you have to have SDV. I feel like my bottle is evaporated a little bit because I've only worn this a few times and the level is kind of low, so that's annoying, but gorgeous scent. And that's one of the vintage bottles, so I'm happy to have it. Tonka Imperial, probably my favorite from the house, honestly. Next up, Angelique Noir. I love this one. I wore this on my anniversary with my girlfriend, and it reminds me of that, so that's really cool. This is a vanilla fragrance with some Angelica. Very classy, perfect unisex fragrance, I think. And then last from Guerlain is the rarest that I have from the house, and another vintage bottle, Iris Ganache. This stuff is insanely hard to find. Next up is going to be Dior. I have a few from the La Collection Privée. These are all from when it was called that. It's now changed the name. But first up, Fève Délicieuse. Still one of my favorites of all time. Next up is Bois d'Argent. Again, one of the best Iris fragrances. It's very milky, woody. This is very classy. I think like a really well-dressed man or woman, this is perfect for you. It's so classy and elegant and unique. You're definitely gonna stand above everybody else. Probably my most worn from Dior is Ombre Nuit. I know the bottle doesn't look like it, but this is probably the one I wear the most. The rose in here is one of my favorite roses. It's so like different and unique than a lot of other rose fragrances I've tried. I love this fragrance. This is like my rainy day fragrance. So if it's raining outside, I love to wear this. I don't know why, but. And then last up, another rare fragrance. This is Mitza from Dior as well. An amber fragrance. There's a lot of cinnamon in here. It's very spicy. Something about this is very unique compared to other amber fragrances. Next up, I'm going to go with Tom Ford. The last two houses that I have left are the ones I have the most of, so let's go through them real quick. Tom Ford, one of my favorite houses. Tobacco Vanille, my first from the house. My favorite from the house probably still. Something about this is amazing. This reminds me of the holidays, and I love to wear it in the cold winter. Gorgeous, love it. Noir de Noir. Again, this is a rose fragrance with some chocolate. Some people say this is too feminine for men. I disagree. I think this is very sensual on men and women alike. Next up, Tuscan Leather. I mean, this is Rockstar, so not much I can say about it. Smoky, leathery, sweet. I love this one. My most worn from the house, probably this one here, Oud Wood. Oud Wood is just a classic masculine fragrance. I think this. I got some 50 ml bottles here, Amber Absolute, like I was talking about earlier. This is pretty rare these days, but this is gorgeous. This is like winter only, and if you want to smell like rich and amazing, go with that. Next up, Vanille Fatale. One that is criminally underrated in my opinion. I think this is a masterpiece. I know some of Tom Ford's recent releases haven't been great, but this one is amazing. I love wearing this. I fell in love with it when I first smelled it. Haven't looked back. White Suede is the next one here. I got this one solely because this was my girlfriend's favorite Tom Ford. A few more here. Plum Japonais. This one I heard is getting the axe from the Tom Ford Private Blend. Pick it up while you can. I love this one. Probably my favorite plum scent outside of single malt. Totally different fragrances though. Next up, another rare one. Ombre Leather 16. I know they re-released Ombre Leather this year in a different style bottle. I'm happy that I have the OG. I'm a collector, so it's just cool to have the original. It's weird, I know, but that's just how I am. I got a couple flacons of scents that I just wear a ton. This one is because the performance isn't great, so I spray it a lot, but Neroli Portofino Forte. Even the Forte's performance isn't that great. It's definitely better than the original, but still not amazing by any means, but the scent is incredible. And then the last Tom Ford, Mr. Fabulous here. The gorgeous black flacon. Love it. Leather, almond, it's semi-sweet, very seductive in my opinion. All right, guys, the last house. If you know me, you know this is my favorite house, Xerjoff. And I have a lot of them, so let's get started. First one, Qatar exclusive Jebel. This one is very, very unique. I've never smelled anything even remotely close to this, so I love that one. Aubris, one of my favorite citrus fragrances ever. It's very realistic. We've got Kobe, one of the best Neroli fragrances, one of the most unique Neroli fragrances out there. Love that one. We have Indochine. One of the rarest, probably the rarest fragrance I have, honestly. This is a vanilla fragrance with some fruits and somewhat of an oudi vibe. It's very, very good. Next up, Neo. Everybody knows about Neo. One of the best summer fragrances of all time. Very green, very fresh. Can't go wrong, good performance. Perfect for summer. I have Uden. Uden is one of my favorites as well. It's very easy to wear. Next up, Symphonium. One from the 1717 collection. This is a chocolate scent with some citrus and oud and vanilla. Love it. One of the best gourmands out there. Again, from 1717, we have Richwood. Richwood is a patchouli and rose and sandalwood fragrance. Next up, a lot of people's favorite Xerjoff is Noxos. This is a honey tobacco fragrance with some cherry, some lavender in the opening. This was my first Xerjoff that I ever tried, and it blew me away. Renaissance is next. Probably my favorite for summer from Xerjoff. Very clean, fresh, minty. Love that one. And then we got some Join the Clubs. I have Ivory Root. This is a sandalwood scent with some vanilla, some spices. I think the sandalwood is a lot more prominent in this than in Richwood, but this is a lot more creamy and sweet. Gorgeous. A new addition to the collection, I just got this today actually, More Than Words. This is a rose oud with some fruit in the opening. The fruit is like very juicy, like berries. 3 left, guys, we're almost done. These are 3 from Casa Marati. So I have Mephisto. This is great for summer as well. This is a similar to Silver Mountain Water, but better, higher quality. Love that one. Lyra. Lyra is a vanilla fragrance for sure. A lot of vanilla, citrus in there, some orange. Some people say it smells like a creamsicle. See that a little bit. Last but not least is Italica. So Italica, probably my favorite gourmand. Very milky, almond, vanilla. Yeah, love it. All right, guys, so that was my entire collection. This video is long, I'm sorry about that. But I wanted to show you my collection so you can see what I'm rocking these days. So let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see, if there's a top 10 you'd like to see, if there's a review of any of these you'd like to see. Please leave it in the comments. I would love to hear it, and I will do my best to do those videos. So thank you, guys. I hope I'm doing enough content for you guys lately since my return. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.